The European Union actually began with the coal and steel community. After World War II, Europe was in ruins. The United States and the Soviet Union became the two global superpowers. Within Western Europe, a vision for integration started to take root. On May 9, 1950, France made a pivotal move. Through Foreign Minister Robert Schuman, it proposed an ambitious plan. The goal was to reconcile France and Germany. The method was to place their coal and steel industries under a shared high authority. These resources were the foundation of both economic power and military might. This initiative aimed to make war not just unthinkable, but materially impossible. It sought to foster economic recovery and lasting peace. Critically, it was open to all European nations willing to join. A year later, in Paris, 6 founding nations signed a treaty. The European Coal and Steel Community was born. West Germany was a key member from the start. To accelerate progress, the same 6 countries signed the Treaties of Rome in 1957. This created the European Economic Community. Its core mission was to build a common market. This meant eliminating internal tariffs and allowing workers to move freely. It also established common policies for agriculture, transport, and trade. The Common Agricultural Policy aimed to boost food production and ensure fair prices for farmers. A separate treaty formed the European Atomic Energy Community to oversee peaceful nuclear research. The Rome Treaties took effect in 1958, but implementation was gradual. Soon, others, including Britain, wanted to join. However, France's President Charles de Gaulle saw Britain as too close to the US. He vetoed their application. To streamline the growing project, the 3 communities merged their institutions in 1967. A single commission now proposed laws. A council of ministers made decisions. A parliament gave advice, and a court of justice ensured legality. Britain applied again that same year, but France said no once more. As tariffs fell and people moved freely, Europe's economies thrived. A new wave of enlargement began. In 1973, Denmark, Ireland, and finally the United Kingdom joined. European leaders also created the European Council to set the political agenda. Southern Europe was next. Greece joined in 1981, followed by Spain and Portugal in 1986. That same year, members signed the Single European Act. Its bold goal was to create a true single market by 1993, removing all barriers to the movement of goods, people, services, and capital. A geopolitical earthquake then transformed the continent. The Berlin Wall fell in 1989. Germany reunified. The Soviet Union collapsed. The EU faced both a new responsibility and a historic opportunity to unite the continent. In 1992, the Maastricht Treaty was signed, creating the European Union we know today. It set a clear path for a single currency, the euro. It also expanded EU powers into new areas like foreign policy. Enlargement continued. Austria, Finland, and Sweden joined in 1995, bringing membership to 15. Meanwhile, the Schengen Agreement, allowing passport-free travel, started to take effect. The euro was launched for electronic transactions in 1999. Euro notes and coins entered circulation in 2002. However, not all were on board. The UK, Denmark, and Sweden opted out. As the EU prepared for its biggest eastern expansion, the 2000s began with efforts to reform its institutions. Then, in 2008, a global financial crisis struck. It hit the Eurozone especially hard, exposing deep economic weaknesses. Greece revealed hidden debts, triggering a sovereign debt crisis. Ireland, Portugal, Spain, and Cyprus followed. The EU and IMF provided massive bailouts, but they came with strict austerity conditions, leading to social pain across the continent. Despite the crisis, enlargement proceeded. 12 mostly Central and Eastern European countries joined between 2004 and 2013, including Croatia in 2013. But new challenges were brewing. In 2015, war and instability in Syria, Libya, and beyond sparked a massive refugee and migrant influx. Over 1 million people arrived in Europe. Overwhelming reception systems. This migration crisis caused deep political divisions between member states and fueled the rise of nationalist, anti-EU parties. This tension contributed to a seismic event. In June 2016, the United Kingdom voted to leave the European Union. Years of complex and often bitter negotiations followed. The UK finally left on January 31. 2020. Brexit reshaped the political and economic landscape of Europe. Today, the European Union has 27 member states and about 450 million citizens. The euro is used by 19 members. The Schengen area includes most EU states and a few associated neighbors. The EU continues to evolve, negotiating with potential new members in the Western Balkans, while managing internal debates on issues from the rule of law to climate change and global security. Its story, born from the ashes of war, remains a profound and ongoing experiment in shared sovereignty and peace.